Hello everyone, my name is Dado and welcome to the Didactic.Dado channel. Today in this video we are going to discuss about dance as a cultural practice, part 1. So, dance is not merely movement. It's also a complex cultural text that embodies values, beliefs, histories, and social structures of communities. Dance as a cultural practice, number 1, communicates shared meanings within and across communities. 2, perpetuates and challenges cultural norms. 3, serves as a repository of collective memory. And 4, functions as a medium for cultural transmission. Dance in ancient cultures. 1, as ritual origins. For example, early dance as communication with supernatural forces. 2, social organizations. For example, dance reinforcing community structure like indigenous circle dances and West African communal dances. And 3, storytellings. For example, dance as a living history like Hawaiian hula and Indian Kathak. The colonial encounters and dance. 1, suppression and adaptation of indigenous dances. 2, syncretism, aka the blending movement of traditions like the Caribbean dance forms. Number 3, dance as resistance to cultural domination. Modern globalization in dance as a cultural practice is number 1, cultural exchange versus cultural appropriation. 2, fusion forms like contemporary blends of cultural styles. And 3, diaspora communities like preserving cultural identity through dance abroad. Regarding this video, which is the part 1 of dance as a cultural practice, there is a experiment that we can try together. So the experiment is, for the hypothesis, is a performer using a simple and structured movement sequence, which is a mini dance, will communicate a predetermined basic emotion, like joy, fear, or etc., to an observer with a high rate of accuracy, like over 75%. Then, if they used unstructured and random movements. The participants in this experiment, there are 2 groups. The first group are the performers, which are filled with 2 people, and they're going to do the movements. And the second group are the observers, which consists of 15 people, and they will be watching and guessing the emotion. The tools and materials needed for this experiment is 1, a list of basic and distinct emotions like joy, fear, anger, and calmness, or anything else, and you can continue the example. Number 2, a sheet of paper for the observers to write down their answers. And number 3, a seating area where the observers can watch clearly. The steps for this experiment are: number 1, preparation for 15 minutes. You, as the experimenter, will secretly assign 2 specific emotions to the 2 performers. For example, like performer 1 will communicate joy and performer 2 will communicate fear. You will give the performers a simple and structured sequence of movements that's 15 seconds long, and the sequence is the same for both of the performers, but expressed based on the emotion. Like walk 4 steps, look up, reach up with both hands, jump once, and stop, or anything else, or you can even continue the example. And the second step is performance and data collection. We'll start with part 1, which is the unstructured performance. So, the first performer will be showing random and unstructured movements for 15 seconds that are meant to show joy or any other emotion like random smiles, wiggles, hops, or anything else. And you can continue the example. For B, it's the same, which is the second performer that will be doing it, but they will do it about fear or any other emotions like quick glances, shaking hands, crouching, or anything else. And you can continue the example. And the last thing for the unstructured performance is the observation. So after each performance, the observers will write down the answers from the possible emotions, which you guys have decided at the tools and materials number 1, that they think the performer is trying to communicate. And then after that, we go to part 2, which is the structured performance. So the first performer will go first, and they will be performing the 15-second mini dance made before with the expression that has been planned. And the second performer will do that too after that. And after that, we have the last step, which is observation, which is the same. They will write down the answers from the possible immersions that are chose at the tools and materials number 1. So the expected outcome from this experiment is that you should find that the structured dance has a significantly higher accuracy than the unstructured one. So this suggests that when movement is organized and intentional like a dance, it becomes a clearer medium for communication than random movements, even with only a certain amount of time. So that is part 1 for today. My name's Dado, and see you later.